All right, so you have some old Pokemon games, and you know the older Pokemon games for the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, they didn't come with any cases, you know, they didn't come with any hard cases. So if you buy these old games, like this Pokemon Leaf Green over here, and you know, you buy it and you want to display it, you would have to buy a custom case, a reproduction case, in order for you to, like, you know, display it and have it protected. And that's what I have here. I have a custom Pokemon Leaf Green DS case to protect my Pokemon Leaf Green cartridge. So, you know, when you do that, you know, you buy it, you grab your case, you know, you see it, it's nice, you open it, nice, looks cool, you put your game in there, boom, it looks fancy, really cool. But then you notice one thing. You notice this spot over here, it's empty. I want to fill that with something, right? I want to fill that with the manual, the Pokemon manual. Now, the old Game Boy games, they did come with manuals. Even though they didn't come with cases, they did come with manuals. And normally what you would think is, like, I should look on eBay or Mercari and buy the manuals, and that way I could just put it in there and they would look nice. It would look awesome. But when you do that, you'll notice that these old Pokemon manuals, just the manuals, are very expensive and pretty pricey, you know, just for a manual. If you look on eBay right now and you look up like the Pokemon Emerald manual only, those manuals go between $30 to $40 a piece for one manual, and some of them are like in bad condition, you know, they're like all bent up. So you kind of start to think like, okay, I want these manuals, I want to fill up my cases, but I don't want to pay 30 to 40 bucks. So what's the solution? Well, they do sell custom reproduction manuals like on Etsy and stuff. And you know, when you buy them, you kind of start to think like, are they worth it? Are they worth buying over like the genuine authentic manuals? Well, I did buy some and they are right here, and we're kind of just gonna look through them and see if the quality is worth it just by, like, you know, looking through them. So anyway, let's take a look at them and see how they look. All right, so I'm gonna set this case to the side for now. I'm gonna put it over here and we're gonna look at these manuals. So I got 4 manuals total, and they are the Pokemon Emerald version manual, Pokemon Leaf Green, Pokemon Crystal, and Pokemon Yellow. So first off, when you look at these manuals, they look pretty good. They're not like that bad looking. I mean, you can see like the image is a little bit blurry because the way the guy did this is he got like the authentic, genuine manuals and he like scanned them. And then after he got like that high quality scan, he printed it off into these manuals. And you know, even if you do get a high quality scan, it still comes out kind of blurry because you're transferring like a real image to the computer and then back to a physical image. So anyway, the guy I bought these from, he sells them for $10 a piece, and $10 does sound kind of pricey, but when you compare it to like a real Pokemon manual, like I said, it goes between $30 to $40. So when you start to think about it, you know, 30 bucks, you're already like at 120 for all 4 of these, right? But if you buy the reproduction custom ones, it's only 40 bucks, you know, so you're saving a lot of money just by buying these reproduction ones. Now, the paper quality. The paper quality is actually really good. It is not regular paper. It is like very like high quality, smooth. I don't know what you call this type of paper, but it's like the type of paper that is used kind of like for like magazines, kind of like it's thick and it's like smooth. It's not regular paper. So anyway, here's Emerald version. It looks good. Here's the side. So then you open it up, and when you open it up, man, it looks like a regular manual. It doesn't even look like it's a reproduction. It looks like authentic, and the quality on the inside isn't that bad. Like, you look at this and it looks like really high quality. It's stapled together very nicely. You know, you got Rayquaza right there, the main trainers right there, the starter Pokemon, the synopsis. You got Steven over here, Steven Stone. See, and you look at the text, man, the text is not blurry. It's readable. These pictures right here, you know, you can see what's going on in the pictures. It's readable. Some more trainer art over here, more pages, and boom, the rest of the manual. See, it looks like a regular Pokemon Emerald manual. Now let's look at the Leaf Green one. All right, so here's the Leaf Green one. Again, it looks legit. And remember, these are reproductions, man. These are custom. They look brand new, like they just came out of the box. You got the main trainers, the starter Pokemon. You got Gary or Trainer Blue, Professor Oak. And yeah, man, as you can see, just by flipping through these, they can be read. The images are high quality. It looks good. Like, it looks really, really good, all right? And then my favorite one is the Pokemon Yellow one. And the reason for this one is because like this old school art right here, this Ken Sugimori art. I love this art, man, right here, like Pokemon Trainer Red and Pokemon Trainer Blue, like this high quality art. Really enjoy it. You got Professor Oak right there. Pikachu because it's the Pokemon Yellow version manual. And you got more of that Ken Sugimori art, you know, Pidgeot, Caterpie. I love this artwork, man. I really love this artwork right here. And then towards the back, you got the Pokedex right here, which is not filled up. Or the Pokemon list. It's really cool, huh? Yeah, but this is why I really like the Pokemon Yellow version manual, because like these back pages right here, it kind of makes you want to complete the Pokedex. And then finally, last but not least, is Pokemon Crystal version. And this is how this looks like. Pretty fancy, huh? Yet again, you got this Ken Sugimori art, really cool. The instructions. Here's Kurt's Pokeballs, a very nice feature in the Johto region. You got the trainers over here. You got Snubbull over here with the bow, pretty cute. And yeah, so this is what the manuals look like. You know, very cool, very high quality. They go for $10 a piece. If you have a coupon, they go for $8 a piece if you have a coupon. And you know, they're not bad, so you could put them in here and fill up your Pokemon game case. Now, the real question here is, they look nice, they look really cool. The real question here is, how do they compare to a real Pokemon manual? How does the reproduction manual compare to like a legit manual? And well, you know what? I do have a legit manual. I mean, I only have one, I only have the leaf green one, but I do have one to compare and contrast, so you guys can kind of see how they look like side by side. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so this right here is the legit, authentic Pokemon Leaf Green manual, and this right here is the reproduction. All right, authentic and reproduction. So first off, you can see that the image on the real one is more like high quality in HD. You know, there's a close-up, you can see that, right? And then you look at the reproduction one, you see it's a little bit more blurry. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just a tad bit more blurry, all right? Now, where you can really tell where it's blurry is on the Game Boy Advance logo. The bottom one is the authentic one, and the top one is the reproduction. And you can see that the Game Boy logo is a tad bit more blurry. I don't know if you guys can see that. Do you see it? There's the real one, and there's the reproduction. I guess it's kind of hard to tell when it's side by side, huh? But I mean, that's how they look like. The colors are a little bit different, but not too far off. Here's the back, the reproduction, and the real. Now, one way that makes it super obvious that this one is real and this one is reproduction is when you go to the side, the reproduction one is like really thick, and then the real one is like really thin. Because the real one uses like very like thin paper, and it feels like regular paper, like thin regular paper, you know. And then the reproduction one uses like thick quality paper. Yeah, can you kind of hear that? All right. The reproduction manual feels higher quality, while the real one feels lower quality when talking about the paper only. But when it comes to the images, obviously the real one is higher quality. So let's look at the inside. All right, so here's Gary. All right, here's the inside. The top one is reproduction, the bottom one is the real one. All right, and right here you can kind of tell a little bit more what I mean by the paper quality. On the real one, you could see through the paper, and you could see like the text right here on the back. You can see like the text bleeding through. You see what I mean right there? Like you see the text bleeding through. And then on the reproduction one, you can barely tell that the text is behind there. You know, like it looks like it's like all white right here. You can barely tell. On the real one, you can tell. So that's what I mean by the paper quality. So you look at the images right there, side by side. Professor Oak, images side by side. Now let me get another page to compare and contrast. All right, so here's another page. The bottom one is reproduction, and the top one is the real one. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but on these really small images, the authentic game is obviously like more like, you can read it more, you know, it's like it's more sharp. The image is more sharp. It's easier to read the small images on the real manual compared to like the reproduction one. So that's how that looks like. And let's compare another page. All right, again, so the bottom one is the authentic manual, and then the top one is the reproduction. And you can see the images comparison. Like they're not that far off, man. They're pretty damn close. Like honestly, if you gave me like a custom reproduction manual and told me it was real, I would probably believe it because like the quality is really high. And yeah, I mean, look how nice that looks, you know, bottom one being the real one and then top one being the reproduction one. So yeah, that's how that looks like. And the colors on this one, on the reproduction one, are like more vibrant. It's also because of the paper quality. And then on this side, you can see like the text bleeding through. And then right here, you don't see it as much. So anyway, that is how a real manual compares to the reproduction one. And the question is it worth it? I would definitely say yes, it is worth it. It is worth buying these manuals because again, like I said, it is too expensive to like buy like the real authentic ones because they're pretty pricey, you know. And yeah, so if you guys do want to consider buying these, the ones I got right here, these right here, I bought them on Etsy and I got them from a user called TCG Paper. And TCG Paper, he has a lot of good reviews because of these good high quality manuals that he makes. And you know, just buying these and you know, getting your custom cases right here, putting your game in here, and then putting these manuals in here, you know, it makes your game feel a lot more complete, man. It looks a lot cooler and it looks a lot neater. You know, you got the game case, you open it up, boom, the manual, the game, and the case. And you just put it on your shelf and that looks really good, really sexy. So I like these manuals. I'm very satisfied with my purchase. And if you guys want some, I recommend getting them, man. I think it's way better to buy these right here than buying like the authentic ones, because the authentic ones, like this one right here, like when you do buy them, they're pricey, they're kind of old, and like you can see this one is right here is kind of like falling apart, like right here on the edge. So I mean, it's hit or miss, but honestly at the end of the day, it's a matter of preference. Like, do you want the authentic ones or do you want the reproduction ones? I like the reproduction ones. They're cheaper and the quality is there. I love the quality and the paper is better. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what you think of these manuals. And you know, from seeing this video, do you think it'll be worth buying them, you know, for the price range of like $10? What do you think of the quality? You know, drop a comment, leave a like, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. You know, drop a comment, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.